Okay, hey everybody, I'm back here again. We're going to go through these other books just real quick. Now these are sold, so I'm going to be even quicker with these. They all have the little girl on the front, as I said on the first one. They each have a surprise tucked in, and it's a goofy surprise. It's nothing that you're going to want to take to the pawn shop or anything, as I said. It's nothing worth anything, but it's just a goofy little surprise. I like to do goofy things. So this is the first page, little rabbits for the highs and lows and moments in between. I put that in the other book. Lots of little quotes and sayings and words. This is just a little tuck book that I put in there. I'll go through this real quick. The best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. It's really just a little quote book. I like to put little tuck books in there. So, and this is a bunny page. Okay, and here's more bunnies over here. This is a bunny book, almost a bunny book. I'm just a vintage soul, it says. Life's experiences can be better than any movie you've ever seen, and boy, that is the truth. This is another little tuck. This says, what if I read you a story that started once upon a time, and you realized that it was your life? Spelt out on every line. I love that. I've used that several times. Okay, and this is just a little tuck with lots of bunnies. So I'm not going to pull them out because I don't know where the surprise is in this book. I've worked on these books so long I can't remember. I'm seeing some things that are surprising me. But anyway, there's tons of bunnies in there. Tons of bunnies. And this is a little fairy. It says, if you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. I believe in magic and miracles and dreams coming true. And I try to dwell on those things. I'm a prayer warrior, as I've said so many times, and I said it just a while ago in the other video. But I tell you, I like to play too. I mean, there's a quote that says something about we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Well, my goodness gracious. I just live to be goofy, but I can be serious if I need to be. I can be. Okay, this is the Sweet Annie seed. You just rake or loosen some dirt. It needs to touch the soil and sprinkle it to get it going. Do the same thing with the flower seed. You also have the flower seed in here in each one of these books. Sprinkle on loose ground. The seed, and then sprinkle them just for a few days. Get them going, get them a good start, and you need to wait until after the danger of frost is over on all of these seed, because now the Sweet Annie, it won't matter, but the flower seed, it'd be better too. Here's the little quilt in here again. We just did the little quilt, and there's lots of little quotes and things in here. I'm not going to peep around because I don't know where the surprise is, the goofy surprise. Okay, this one, and here's just lots more quotes and things back here. All your dreams can come true, can happen to you when you're young at heart. And then this just has all kinds of little quotes and things back here. This didn't have as many pages in it, but there is a lot of work. There's hours and hours in this book. And I think I said in the other video, nobody but Jenny Miller, I don't think, would understand. I don't know of anybody that makes detailed books like Jenny and I do. And I'm not saying that our books are better than anybody else's by any sense of the word. There are people that wouldn't touch these books with a 10-foot pole because they would call this clutter. And they would not want this mess, as they would call it. But anyway, they want the blank pages. And I forgot to say in that big book, I started out to make a book of blank pages. Like people will do a book, and they'll make a nice cover and a nice back. And then on the inside pages, they'll just have a heart up here. And you turn the page and there's a flower down here, and that kind of thing. And to be perfectly honest, I was going to do that because people want so many of the books. I can't possibly put out the amount of books that I have people wanting to do orders. I just won't take an order because that's too much pressure. But I thought that way I could put out the little books, do a real fancy, or not fancy, but, a real aged cover like people like on there, and maybe put a pocket with some quotes and things and do some blank pages. But I couldn't do blank pages. That is not in my mind to be able to do something like that. So that's how the big book happened with so many pages. I was trying to make a book with lots of pages and lots of blank writing space, and have a $25 book is what that was going to be. But, it didn't happen. Just didn't happen. This is my favorite book of all 4 of them. Well, I love that huge book. I love all the books, but I had never made one this small. And I didn't mean to copy off of Jenny, but Jenny, Lord help me, I did. I copied your size. I don't know of anybody else making them this small. This is about the size of a deck of cards. And I really just wanted to do it to see if I could, because I watch her with her hands do the little envelopes and things, and I think, my word, how in the world does she make those little envelopes, or even open them to show us what's inside when she gets them done? But so I wanted to see if I could do it. So anyway, I've got a real rough, aged book here. And I copied the size off of Jenny Miller. And again, I'm sorry, Jenny, but I love this. I love this little book. And I make some more. But I did forget to leave. She always leaves a little place and puts lots of tucks in the top and in the sides and all this. And if you're not following her on YouTube, you need to go over and follow her. Just type in Jenny Miller. I don't know if that is the YouTube name, but that'll find her. Just type in Jenny Miller. And subscribe to her. She's got a lot more followers than me. She doesn't need my help. But I just love her style, and I love everything she does. I just love that woman. Okay, so here's the inside. First page, just a bunny rabbit. This is some little glassine bags. I was in a hurry on the last couple, and I just put the kindness rocks in glassine bags. And I baked them in the oven, dipped them in coffee, just like I do everything, baked them in the oven. And there's just some little foo-foo under there. And there's a little quote over there. It just says, be the best version of you. Just simply live. Okay, and over here, here's some more Sweet Annie. Have flower seed and Sweet Annie seed and all that in this one too. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Okay, I got that little boy there. And that same poem back here, What If I Read You a Story That Started Once Upon a Time. And this is just an image of a good housekeeping image, a little girl peeping through a door or something. Speaking of images, let me say this real quick before I run out of time and forget, or just forget. People are always wanting to know where I get my images. I get a lot of images off of Pinterest, but you have to be careful on Pinterest because sometimes they'll have a copyright on them. Very often they have a copyright on them. And what I do first, if I'm looking for a specific thing, flowers or sepia images or whatever, I will type that in, and then I will put a plus sign, and I will type royalty-free or free printables. You can find a lot of beautiful, beautiful images like that. I also have the Peter Rabbit books and a lot of the old books from the 20s and that. And I copy them. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I know you can use those old books, so I use my images out of that, and they are my images. I also have collected the Good Old Days magazines for years, and I've got 25 or 30 of them. I don't know how many, and there are a lot. I've just started. I'm 73. How long do I need to keep these books? I've had them for years already. So I've just started cutting images and poems and things out of that book too, and even blowing them up and shrinking them down and doing things like that. Here's the little packet of Cosmos seeds in here, Cosmos, and there's shades of pink and white. There's the little girl again with the broom. It says love. This is another little book that I put in here. Let me look at this real quick. There's the clock. I used to put a clock in all of them. I don't always. Usually I do. If I could put time in a bottle, it says. And there's that kitchen scene. This is back home. And just some old scenes here. So I'll put that back. Okay. Then over here, the rabbit, some more of that baby blanket that I just shriveled out. This says, take time to make your soul happy. I hope I'm getting this book in here. This side looks kind of blue through the camera, and this side looks kind of green. I don't know what is going on. Okay, and this is just a little envelope I made to put some tucks in. And there's a big heart on the back and those. Okay, and then Once Upon a Time. Let's see, put this back on. Okay, I'll straighten that in a minute. And I'll put the tie back on it in a minute. Time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters. Boy, is that the doggone truth. Okay, got that one. Now we're going to look at this one. We're almost done, and we are 10 minutes into this video, which is much, much better. This one has Sweet Annie on the outside and a lot of creepy cloth. Let me get that out of there. A lot of creepy cloth, some old flowers, some red gingham back here. Just pockets in here just full of poems in this and the other book this size. So Blessed, Loving Kindness. This is My Happy Place. This is Your Sweet Annie. This is Your Cosmo. Seed. Tons and tons of just poems. All Things Bright and Beautiful. All Things Beautiful. The Knot poem. I Love to Sit in Silence. Summer and Fall. Today it still is summer. Tomorrow will be fall. The Clock Man. How much will you pay for an extra day? The Clock Man asked the child. Not a penny, the answer came. For my days are as many as smiles. And then it goes on and on. But I love that poem. There's one in here about scrapbooking, and I have to be careful because I don't know where the surprise is. Okay, this is another little envelope that I just made to put lots of tucks in. This is just a page that says, When Every Town Was a Mayberry, Seeker of Everyday Magic. Just some little images and foo-foo on here. This is just a little Peter Rabbit book that I made, or didn't make it. I mean, I made this here. But I just poked a little hole in there, stuck one of these little hook thing-majiggers through here, and put some pages in it, Peter Rabbit pages in the book. And we won't go through all of that. And let me put this back over here. Olden Times, it says on here. And there's quite a few quotes in here. Quotes and poems. The 2020 calendar at a glance. I've got that in here. Okay, The Kindest Rock in the glassine bag. Once Upon a Time. Okay. I love that image. I found that on Pinterest. I hope that was okay. It did not have a copyright on it. The Simple Life, Simplify. There's that little boy reading. Every time a new story is told, a fairy is born, it says. And then I've got that same thing on the back. What if I read your story that started once upon a time? Okay, and then here's another little envelope full of all kind of poems and quotes and all kind of stuff. And there's the back. And then there's the last page. I'm just a vintage soul, it says. Okay, and then at the back of this. I love this reading, and I need to start putting this on every book. Or, you know, I'm here to save the world, but, you know. Sometimes you can say things or have things in your books or quotes or poems or whatever that make people stop and think. And isn't that what I think a lot of these people wrote these things for? But this is 3 writings that I put together. And it says, and I've used it several times on the other books, but it says, appreciate where you are in life, even if it isn't where you want to be, because every day and every week and every month and every year and every season of your life, they all serve their own purpose. Spread love everywhere you go. First of all, give love to your spouse and your kids and your next door neighbor and all the people you meet on the street, and always leave everybody just a little better and a little happier than you found them. Than they were when you found them. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all that you dream of, and I wish you joy and happiness all the days of your life, because above all else, I wish you love. And the rest of your life starts right here and right now. And then it says, from Grandma with love. So that's it. And I put this down here. I used to put this on everything I did. My daughter drew that for me. And gosh, I've had that for 20 or 25 years. I used to put it on my newsletters that I spread around through the community. And we'll get to some of those. I put one of those shrunk down in one of my books early on, but I need to do some more of that. That's some good reading too. And I think that's it. Okay, we're 14 minutes into it. I want to invite anybody seeing this video to join us on Junk Journals from Grandma with Love on Facebook. We are a very fun and loving, compassionate group. We are a bunch of crafters, moms, wives, grandmas, great-grandmas, and we just share. There's not a lot of rules on that page. The rules are be nice. Don't be a bully. Don't be rude to anybody. Don't say negative things. You know, you can post your things on there. No sales on that page, but you can post pictures of things that you're working on. I'm about to have to add another moderator or whatever you call it because I'm just overwhelmed with everything, and now we're working on this new website. And we'll have the junk journals on the website too. The website, I think, is going to be called the Encouragers Club. I also invite you to join us on Facebook, on that Facebook page, the Encouragers Club, and that's where I do all the stories and things. And I think you'll find something in there most days that will really lift you up or touch your heart or even give you a laugh. And when I do a joke, I try to do one that gives a belly laugh. And I do quite a few of them on there, and I have commentary with everything. So I invite you to join me there also. Please click like on this video, if you will, because that helps the YouTube people to watch us, to give us more power or whatever on YouTube. And subscribe to my channel. We work hard. All of the people who make the junk journals, we work hard at what we do. This is fun. It is so much fun, and it is so relaxing, but it is so exhausting. There are times at the end of the day I think, oh my goodness, I overdid it today. But I love doing this. I just absolutely love doing this. So, and I know you all do too. So that's it for today. I did forget to say that this video is not for children. Oh my goodness. This video is not for children. It is not, we don't want children on this channel. There's nothing here that would interest children. This is for the moms, grandmas, crafters, anybody out there that's interested in cloth or paper, crafting, scrapbooking, junk journaling, anything like that. But it is not for children. We do not want children on this channel. We do not want to have a problem with that issue that YouTube has come up with. So I think that's it. That is possibly it. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a super duper grand and groovy day. Go out there and spread a little kindness, and hopefully you'll get a little kindness everywhere you go today. I have some more books in the works already. I tore the pages and got them ready. I'm going to be dunking them in coffee first thing in the morning, and I'll be on it again. So, I could go on forever. Thanks. I'm glad you all joined me today. Thank you so much, and I love you all.